What's up guys, Eric here, back with another action figure review. This time we're going to be taking a look at the DC Collectibles, the new Batman Adventures Two-Face figure. Taking a quick look at the package. It's just a nice window package. You can see the figure, obviously. The side where it says Two-Face, the new Batman Adventures right there with the warning and everything. This is number 2 in the series. And then you see the silhouette of Batman, Robin, and Nightwing. Sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios. On the back, it's the blue silhouette of Batman, Robin, and Nightwing. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Let's open up this figure and check it out. Alright, so here we have Two-Face opened up out of the package and with all of his accessories. And this is a lot of accessories. And one thing I do really like about this series is the fact that each character comes from a specific episode in the series. Two-Face here comes from the episode Sins of the Father. And he actually features 17 points of articulation, which is pretty decent for a DC Collectibles figure. And just look at all this stuff that he comes with. I mean, these accessories are crazy. So before we get into the figure, let's go over all the accessories that he comes with. Alright, so first off, you see the hands. He has 2 green hands and 2 skin-toned hands. This one, obviously, is the hand for holding the gun, trigger finger. And then he has a more relaxed, open hand. Come a little bit closer, you can see the detail. A few sculpted details in there, but mostly just plain. And then the same with the skin tone hand, it's just the hand for the gun, and then he has a fisted hand here. Next up is the awesome pistol that he comes with. You can see it's just a plain black color, but it goes along with the design of the figure, and it looks really good. Next accessory is my favorite, it's his Tommy gun. He always had a Tommy gun in the series. It's just a solid gray color. Kind of wish they added some, you know, color detail or paint detail to this. It would have looked awesome, but this is a great sculpt. I really like this Tommy gun here. Another accessory, it's hard to see, but it's this pocket watch that he uses in the episode. Nicely detailed. I like how the face of the watch resembles Two-Face himself with the 2 distinct colors, black and white. Next up is his gas mask, which fits on his face. It resembles, obviously, the gas mask in which he wore in the episode. Nice detail there. No paint problems here. It's just simple design. He also has 2 of these canisters which had the gas or whatever it was. I honestly don't remember the episode too well. I'm actually in the middle of watching all of the episodes of Batman the Animated Series, and I haven't gotten to these yet, so I gotta look. I kind of remember this kind of stuff, but it's like poison or something like that he uses. So these are just painted cylinders basically, but they get the job done. And he gets this case in which he puts the cylinders in, and this opens up. And you can just pop these right in there, close it up, and go. If it'll close. First it didn't want to open, now it doesn't want to close. So there we go, and then he can hold it in one of his open palm hands. Alright, so one thing you'll notice about Two-Face, he has extremely, extremely tiny feet. And this figure, I'm afraid, will not stand up on his own. He is way too top heavy. But lucky for us, DC Collectibles decided to give us these awesome display stands with all of these figures. You've seen this already in my Mr. Freeze review, but I just love the design on these. Instead of just a black stand, which they could have given us, they gave these, which have the logo on there, and it has profile views of different sides of Two-Face, which is really cool. Each figure has one of these, and I feel like this adds a lot of collectability to these figures. It makes me feel like they're worth more because they have these stands, and I really like that. I really enjoy having this stand. So we went over all of his accessories. Now let's go and check out the figure itself. Zooming in on Two-Face's face here, you can see the different sides. You got obviously the Harvey Dent side and the evil Two-Face side. It looks pretty good. I kind of feel like the skin tone is a little pale. It's got some paint splotching up on the forehead, you can see there. And I'm not sure which direction he's looking in. The detail on the other side is nice. I don't see any real paint issues with it. The eyebrow might have a little bit. The tip of the hair there has a little bit of black on it. But all in all, it resembles the character from the show. If you remember, these Bruce Timm figures, or these Bruce Timm designs, weren't as detailed as the original first series, or first season of Batman the Animated Series. So these are more stylized and simple. Come up here to the suit, you see the white side, you see the black side, and vice versa with the shirt and the tie. I mean, there's really not much to go over because it's just solid colors, just solid black, solid white. You got a little bit of paint issues there around the black sleeve. And going over here, this is the other hand I was talking about. It's his coin hand, which I like that he's holding the coin. And I like that they did it this way. It would be nice to have a loose coin, but it would have to be so small and everyone would end up losing it. So I like the fact that they sculpted it into the hand. Over here you see the other fisted hand. And coming down to the knees. Again, just solid colors. And then you can see how tiny his feet actually are. So, I mean, you might be able to pose him and stand him on his own, but it's going to be a difficult thing. Coming around to the back, again, not much going on with this. Just solid, plain colors. Simple design, but it gets the job done. So, what I had to do with this, before I decided to do any movements with it, I put it under some hot water, and I loosened up the joints a little bit, and that really did work. It helped out a lot. So, let's go over this, and hopefully this doesn't have the same issues that Mr. Freeze did. The head here, I believe is on a ball joint, but as you can see, it doesn't move back or forth, up and down. It can only stay in this one position and go left and right. The shoulders are on those ball joints there. It probably goes up further than that. I don't really want to move it too much. I don't want to snap it off. And then they bend at the elbow, at one point at the elbow. And you got the swivels on the wrists. Just swivels, there's no hinges, so just be wary of that. Don't try to bend the hinge because these are, again, brittle and these can break off. It's got this like socket joint here for the hips. I actually didn't put this under hot water, so I don't really want to pull those out. But you've seen these joints before. They just kind of go in and out. It's kind of like the DC Universe Classics figures where the Diamond Select does it. It's also got single joints at the knees here. You can see it's a pretty decent joint there. And he's got the ankles go all the way around. They don't go in and out, just around. So that's it with the articulation. Here's what he looks like with the gas mask on his face. It just kind of sits right there on his face. Looks pretty cool. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it with this figure. Just another reminder, be careful with the articulation. Maybe run it under some hot water like I did. Other than that, these figures are really awesome. DC Collectibles is really stepping their game up with these figures and the Designer Series figures. So I definitely highly recommend picking this up. It's awesome having these because it's basically my childhood, you know? I was like 8 years old when that show started, and I loved it, and to this day I love it. Like I said, I am rewatching all those episodes right now, so I definitely recommend picking this up. And hey, if we spend enough money on these, maybe they'll make us a Batmobile. That's all I'm saying. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you later.